Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Here with match number 1 with Black Blue Heroics. Unfortunately, this is going to be a mulligan. If we had one more land, it definitely would be an option. I mean, I could risk this, go Tormented Hero, and then hope for a land, and then Fate Foretold can get me back. But I can't keep this. I have to mulligan this and hope for more lands. This is much better. We have a 2-drop. We have 2 1-drops and both our mana sources. We do need to find another swamp, and then also like a hidden strings would be great. I'm not going to mulligan this. This is a pretty decent hand versus red decks win as well. And it's going to be probably the Bant aggro deck is the decks that I'm starting to see these. So I've got a couple of options. I can just lead with the Cackler, and that way it's a little more resilient, as it's a 2-2. And we don't want to just chuck out our hero quite yet, as we don't have anything to put on it. So it's going to be a sort of ramp deck as well, the Carroted. I'm still thinking it's going to be Bant. It might be a Master Biomancer type deck. And we should be okay if we can find another land here. And I'm going to go ahead and swing in with this Cackler. And then he's got to choose to make that block or not. And he could just be taken to. Nope. He calls my bluff and he blocks. So now we can throw out a Tormented Hero. And again, we need this. We need another land next turn to really... Yeah, this is definitely going to be a ramp deck. And we get a Polychronos already, huh? That's going to be very tough for me to deal with. As I can far it, though, and force him to cast it the next turn. And then I miss my land. I mean, Agent of Fates is great here. So, unfortunately, I'm stuck on lands. I haven't drawn a land in 3 turns. This is the problem with running 21 land decks, is you do get stuck a lot of times on 2 and 3 lands. 3 lands is fine. 3 lands I can start going through my deck. Ooh, geez. Yeah, that's ramping into a Gridlock Crawler of Beast on turn 5 is on turn 4 is definitely rough. Wow. All right. And he gets a Prime Speaker Zagana, a Silva Carroted, and a Voyaging Satyr. So I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble here, to put it lightly. So I'm gonna far this back to his hand. And hopefully I just get like a cure, and then I can, yeah, there's pretty much nothing I can do now. I mean, he had a great hand to ramp into stuff. I'm liking the matchup, and it's a Scry land. That's horrible. We're going to put it on top. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather have another swamp, to be honest. So put on bottom. And we could force him to block here. I'm going to attack Gridlock down with the Cackler and make him block the Burning Tree Emissary. And that makes this shrine a little bit weaker. And next turn we can throw out an Agent of Fates, and the best thing we can hope for... In fact, I probably should have double attacked Gridlock there. Gridlock is going to, unfortunately, is going to get out of control, as he's going to be able to put the Prime Speakers into play and draw a ton of cards here. He'll be able to draw 6 cards if he wants to go that route. So kind of a cool little ramp deck. The Carroted's actually a little bit of a problem for us when we try to be aggressive. The good news is I don't think he has much interaction. So the Woodlot Crawlers are going to be very great in the sideboard. And I probably don't need these cures. I didn't see any early game. I mean, we get a... Well, the cures actually take care of the satyrs. But I think I have just better. Doomblades are just probably better. I don't need to gain life against this deck because he's trying to ramp into crazy, crazy stuff. And I think this fourth turn Groot Collar Beast is it's definitely gonna be too much for me to deal with. But I get to go first on game number 2. See if he actually kills Garuk here to draw a ton of cards. I think he might as well do that to finish the game. As I'm on a very fast clock here. Nope, he's gonna reveal the top 5 cards of his library. He gets a just an Elvis Mystic and a Burning Tree Emissary. It's not the best little pull on his part there. And so he can tap in a Satyr here. A Satyr is going to give him as much mana as... Nope, he's going to Burning Tree Emissary into a Satyr. And I think I have to kill that Satyr if I want to have any sort of chance. Alright, so we get an island anyway. I don't think... I mean, you can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a net total of 6 per shrine trigger. So I'm going to cure the Satyr away. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to attack in with either of these. So he can just naturally cast the Prime Speaker here. The best case scenario would be to somehow hook up Agent of Fates maybe to a Hidden Strings. Or we need to draw into just like a Mizzium Skin actually to put on an Agent of Fates. Start making him sack down the creatures, but I mean the Prime Speaker here is going to add, so he's going to put into play a green creature from his hand. Probably Prime Speakers are gone. And no, okay, probably Chronos. I don't know why he wouldn't. I guess it doesn't really matter. He's adding 13 mana here, though. And he's definitely spending the mana for Monstrosity a lot. All right, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna concede this game. We're just gonna go on to the next one rather than having played out. We're gonna put in the Woodlot Crawlers. We're gonna put in the Doomblades. I don't need Swan Songs. Disperses, I probably don't need. I don't need Mizzium Skins whatsoever. See, so the cures are okay. I don't want the Gridlocks. I mean, I could tap down stuff, and I don't think I need the Gridlocks. Gridlocks is something I'm definitely trying out, and I don't need Swan Songs. So I think this is the correct side in. We'll keep the Rakdos Cackler. One thing I changed at the last minute was I went down 1 Rakdos Cackler and put in another cure because I thought red deck wins is going to be everywhere. So we're on the play. We got our all-star here that can get in for damage, and it's a great to hook up to Hidden Strings. So we'll submit this, and hopefully we won't have to mulligan, have a better hand here. Yes, we like to play first. There we go. This is exactly what I'm looking for, but we need to find a heroic dude now. So no, we'd not like to mulligan this, and neither does our opponent. So we'll just lead with a swamp just in case we draw into another swamp and want to kill off an elf. So he starts out similar way. It's not a forest, so I can't quite have Forest Walk yet, but Pro Green is kind of like Forest Walk, whereas all his cards are basically green. So it's going to be the Woodlot Crawler. I've got my second black for the cure. And I might just throw a Scourgemark on him to draw a card. Can't do anything against that. I could go Watery Grave here. Well, in fact, we could go Hidden Strings and Scourgemark. And well, we could actually do a ton here. So might as well play this into play tapped. Now we can hidden strings here and here. And we will untap these two. And we'll cipher on the Woodlot Crawler. And we'll go ahead and Scourgemark on him. Unfortunately, we don't get anything here. And I'm gonna wait a turn for the Fate Foretold, I think. I mean, he can ramp into a Polychronos again, and that's perfect. So we get to kill the Satyr. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. So he's on a pretty fast clock here with a 3-1 Crawler that he can't do anything against. I'm hoping that I slowed him down by killing off that, but it looks like he's got so much ramp in this deck. So I might have to Fate Foretold to draw a card here. And there's another Woodlot Crawler, which I will definitely play. And now he's on still a decent clock. And so we'll untap these two, and again, unfortunately, I think I need to draw as many cards as possible. Now I get it. But that's going to be great, actually, because it's going to give me a card per turn with the hidden strings. So now I'm definitely in the driver's seat. I mean, he could Garruk again this turn. I mean, he's just all ramp. That's all he is. So he can definitely cast like a Polychronos here. It's gonna be okay. Garruk again. He's going for it. We could kill Garruk off next turn. Oh, he's got a creature, and he's gonna go for the Colonial Hydra to try and race me, huh? That is unfortunate. Cackler's bad. So the Trident Fortune Hunter can come out. I'm not sure if it's worth. I think I got to kill Garruk here. So I'm going to attack one at him and one at Garruk. Kill the Garruk off. And I think I need to untap a Woodlot Crawler and go for this Trident Fortune Hunter. And there's Doomblade. That's awesome. And this should be a wrap. So I don't think there's anything else he can do here. He's down to one card, and his deck has so much just garbage as far as just ramp is concerned. He's now on a 2-turn clock. Oh, well, he can add a ton of mana again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can do 8 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, he could do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 mana. But again, it's a 2-turn clock. He's got to find an answer immediately for the Triton. Again, it's going to be a card per turn. I'm drawing in all these lands. Attack him with both. Go ahead and draw a card. And yes, we'd like to untap him, and no. Play a Cackler. We'll go ahead and unleash him. And he's got just one turn to kill me. I don't believe he can. No, okay. Wow, we ran to a... There's our Agent of Fates. So again, I don't think we need... I mean, Gridlocks might actually be decent here. And Swan Songs, I could always counter that Garruk. But I mean, he doesn't have many Garruks. Disperses are okay. I think that this is... I like the cards that I have right now. I don't think going like a Gridlock over a Cure would be the correct play. I mean, these Gridlocks could tap down a Colonial Hydra. Same with Disperse. Disperse could definitely tap down or just return it back, but we got far and away for that. We got Doomblades, and they might be a little bit better than the Cures. But I'm going to go ahead and submit this, and hopefully have a Woodlot in our hand again. That was great. And nope, we're back to this. Back to mulling, unfortunately. But he mulls as well. This is just... Well, I'm going to keep this. Oh, this is just... Because I can actually scry one. And hopefully find another land. But these mulls are killing me, and I might need to go up. I mean, it's weird, because I got mana flooded that last game. But these other games, I've just... Maybe I have to mull this hand. Maybe this was a bad keep. But I get to 2 lands, I'm fine. I got the Woodlot. I mean, it's a dream hand if I can somehow scry into a land here. So no matter what, if this got to go on bottom. But I do have drops now with the Tormented Hero. Or we could go the Rakdos Cackler Ordeal of Thassa is probably the way to go. I think I'm just going to get aggro to death here. He's going to put out... Holy, yeah, we're going to just die to aggro. And probably a Carotid here. Yeah, ouch. So if he gets a Shrine, I mean, this is how fast this deck can go off. If I don't get a land here, it's game. But we do get a land, so that's good. So this might be a Crawler, actually. Or I could go Tormented Hero and Rakdos Cackler. But I think Crawler... with an Ordeal of Thassa might actually be the right way to go. Because this will slow down his aggro. He's got 2 cards in hand. He still can't ramp into much. He's got to get that Shrine. Still 2 cards in hand. This roadblocks him big time. Agent of Fates as soon as we can get that out. But, I mean, this is going to be nice. We're going to be able to get our Woodlot up to a 5/5. And hopefully draw some cards. So the board is kind of stalled here. He can't quite get a Garruk out this turn. Decides not to attack. That's interesting. I think, the right play here is to Scourgemark our Woodlot Crawler. And just hope to get there on damage. Down to a 12. He is on a 2-turn clock now with the Crawler. Yep, he's just mana flooded. So he does decide to start attacking with the Burning Emissaries. It's just going to be too late. I'm going to double Tormented Hero next turn, and I'm going to be drawing 2 cards. So, I mean, the problem with his deck is it is very clunky when all you get is mana and mana producers and nothing to actually produce that mana. Nothing to actually spend that mana on. That's one of the reasons I don't like ramp decks. I mean, he'd probably be better off going red. I don't know what blue's just in here for the Prime Speaker, but Ogre Battle Driver or some sort of other hasty type ability might be better in his deck. So again, he's on a 2-turn clock. Again, this is in a standard daily, by the way. So these are serious decks. We get our 3rd land. which I'm still just going to go hero. And that way it gives me some more options. Like Hidden Strings is a lot of damage on tapping those heroes. But see what I mean by this Crawler? How powerful this card is? And it's game. He's just drawn to lands. So with Hidden Strings is far down there, we got kind of, whoa, look at all these heroic cards. That's how clunky my deck can kind of be, though, too, when I don't get those type of combinations. Might want to go up to 22 or 23 lands. We'll see. But we're 1-0 going into the Standard Daily with our little budget deck. This is Kevin from GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.